several few months, they've shifted us back down to Wackanohama camp, which was this converted school, former school, and we were there to the end of the war.
So do you still have your medical officer with you, Boyce, or was he?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, really? I don't know. I think I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Were you still going to work from
Yeah,
there?
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, well, to what jobs were, what firms were left.
Yes.
Half of Kobe was ash, you know, just burnt. And but we still went out to work, although I went to work to firms that were handling goods on the rail system. Went to sort of a rail side, and we're working on that. I suspect there wasn't too much work left down the wharves because of the bombing.
Yes, yeah. Now, do you remember around the date of the 15th of August 1945, when did you get a feeling that the war was over, the Japs had given up?
Well, of course, we had always felt that the end was near, and when we were the morning of the 15th, we were knocked off work, you know, and the Japanese guards, our hand-carriers, had left us to ourselves. They'd all gathered round together in bunches around speakers, and apparently we figured something was going on, because when our particular handlers came back, they virtually got us together, and they officially said sense of worry, which means sense of war finished, or worry finished, war finished. So, you know, after waiting for it to happen for so long, it's treated everything with scepticism. But they gathered us together and marched us back into Kobe House, not Kobe House, Wackanohama camp. And when the other jobs arrived in, you know, you felt that it must be true, but you sort of were afraid to really let yourself go.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you did just say the war was over, but did you have any idea, were you sure which side had won?
Oh, yeah, we had no qualms about that.
Oh, yeah.
We knew we would win, and the thought of us being beat never entered our heads. Yeah. I mean, it was just didn't. We knew Japan had to go under soon, because we knew that Germany would finish. It was only Japan, and we just knew that America was far too powerful. So that didn't come into the question.
Yes.
So we knew we had to win, and that's what kept us going. You know, we knew very well that the end had to come, and we'd be victorious. So when what brought it home to us, when we were marched back to camp, we had to do a roll call, a number, falling. We had to halt, you know, turn into line, and number again. Well, every other day, we had to do our numbering in Japanese language. But on this occasion, the English Sergeant Major who gave the orders, he gave the orders in English.
Yes.
And it was strange, you know, you got, you know, open order march, right dress.
Yes.
Place one, and then it was number instead of bango. The Japanese order was bango. And we went Ichisan Chico, Rockasichiko, and so on. But when this order came, number 1, 2, 3, 4, we knew then it had to be over.
Yes.
That's what told us.
Yeah.
When we numbered in England, the war had to be over.
Now, there must be a time gap now when you are back in control of your own command, I'll say. It intrigues me, how, did the Japs continue to provide food, or did your food improve? Did you get parcels that had been withheld, or anything like that?
Yeah, well, our officers then, once war was over, they instructed the Japanese to bring in more food to the camp. And they rustled, they went around and got what they could. It wasn't a lot, mind you, because the civilians were finding it pretty difficult. They were pretty short of food. Americans had sent so many ships. But the officers did see that there was adequate enough food in the camp. And of course, it was, I'd have to check my diary, but eventually planes came over and spotted a plane. And then came over the big 4-engine transport and dropped food by parachute to us. We had to rustle around, and some of it fell quite a fair distance away, you know. Then we rustled all the supplies had been dropped. From then on, we had plenty of food. But I got a picture of that, of the plane coming down, flying over, and the parachutes opening up. And they were multi-coloured parachutes too, which is a lovely sight.
Now, some of the parachutes must have landed outside your camp area. Did the Japanese take them?
Oh no, they brought them in.
Did they? Yeah.
Oh yeah, anyone, they brought the stuff in. They didn't raid it, no. They were sort of pretty honest in that respect.
Had you marked the camp? Had you had an opportunity to put rocks out or something like that?
On the school, old school we were in, had a flat roof, and we put the words PW, huge letters, not letters, on the roof, so that the spotters could see.
Sure.
So they spotted us. Once they found us with a fighter plane, small plane, the next day they sent over the transport and dropped the supplies to us.
Great.
Worked pretty well.
Yeah. So what was your route from Japan to come home?
Well, it was quite, we had to wait quite a while, quite a few days before the first relief parties came. But we just sort of went out and mixed with the locals in the interim. But eventually, when the relief party arrived, they organised a train, and we went up to the Kobe station, caught the trains up to Yokohama. And from there, we had a big camp there, recovery camp. Then we were medically examined, so that all those fit enough could fly home. Those that weren't were put on hospital ships. But most of us were fairly good nick. So we were flown out. The Americans then took over. I was on a plane, but they ran out of transport planes, so they used B-24 bombers. So them did a bomb